Good afternoon, Leopard Nation. We are here with Mike Cleveland and Ryan Griffin, our basketball coaches, head coach Mike Cleveland, assistant Ryan Griffin. We're going to talk about the season this year and talk to our kids a little bit. One of the most exciting seasons around in my 30 years of being around sports. And so let's talk about that a little bit, Coach Cleveland. Just tell us about the season this year, how it went, and what it meant to you, and a special season for you, and what it meant to Banks County as a community.
Well, let me start out with community, because I'm a firm believer that we have the best fans and the best following of any program in Georgia. And I attribute that to our kids come through our school system. We don't have a lot of kids moving in and out. And so I think our fans and our community, they've seen these kids from this age up to high school. So they come and watch and they participate with us, even though their kids may have graduated 10 years ago or 20 years ago. So we have a strong sense of community here that I tell you, I appreciate, I know Coach appreciates. I don't know if we played a single game the last 4 or 5 years at home or away where we didn't have the most fans there. And that says a lot about our community and the support we get for basketball. So we definitely appreciate that. This was a special year. Last year we went through, I call it a little bit of a down season. We're still 19-10 and played for a region championship, but it wasn't up to our standards. And we replaced a great group of seniors the year before. And going through those tough times last year, coming in this year, we felt really good about the possibility of this year. We had the reigning player of the year in Carl coming back. We had some guys we felt like was just right there of having great seasons. We had great chemistry. We had great work ethic. And so we had a lot of expectations. I said before the year, and I'd never done this before, I expected to win a region championship. And those are high expectations, but I really felt like we had the talent, the chemistry. I felt like our coaching staff did a great job with the guys. Coach Griffin, Coach Bedford, Coach Burtrain, down to the middle school, Coach Smith. We just had all the ingredients there to be a special season, and it was. 25-5, region championship, Elite 8 appearance. Really proud of our guys and the way things turned out this year.
And we got to play those games at home too, and that was pretty exciting for us. Do you have any seniors that are playing at the next level?
We do. Carl is signed with Young Harris. He did that back in December. Carl probably had 10 or 12 schools looking at him, and the coach from Young Harris actually came in one day and watched a practice and offered him on the spot, and we took a couple of visits. And Young Harris to Carl feels like Banks County. They have a really big support group from their community of people who doesn't have kids at Young Harris. It's just community supported. And so he felt like that was kind of similar to what we have here. So he's going to Young Harris to play. And Gavin Brown right now has been talking to Reinhardt. That's not a done deal yet, but he's got several schools interested in him. And hopefully he's going to iron something out the next couple of weeks.
Coach Griffin, and y'all can talk about this in a minute, but the program going forward, and the program's going to look a little bit different going forward, and they'll explain to you why. But let's talk about what the next couple of years might look like.
Yeah, I think our JV program went 16-2 this year. Our middle school program had a great year. Those guys worked hard. Our coaches did a great job down there. I'm excited about what we have coming. I think there's some pieces and some kids down there that can be really good players if they put the time and effort in. And the good thing about our program with Carl and Kamal and all the seniors that's graduated here recently is, those young kids see the time that those guys put in. So, they're just following that example, and I think if they do that, then we can be really good for a lot of years to come, for sure.
Yeah. And I tell you, I've been blessed these 9 years to be the head coach here at Banks County High School. Best career move I ever made by far. It's been great for my family, great for me. And, I've been blessed with the community support, but I've also been blessed with the kids buy-in, the parent buy-in, and I've had great coaches. And so I'm really proud that Coach Griffin is going to be our head coach next year. Coach Boswell, who played for me and, has been around the program since his playing days, is going to be our JV coach. We got Coach Bedford coming back. So, proud of the things we've accomplished in the last 9 years, and really proud of these guys who I think is going to take the program even further. And so looking for great things out of the program, and I have nothing but 100% faith in Coach Griffin. He's the kind of guy that you want coaching your son.
And all three of those gentlemen that you just mentioned are Banks County graduates.
They're Banks County graduates. They love Banks County. They want to be here. They want to be coaching our kids. And the one thing I would tell you about all three is they love kids. Right. And I think that's the first recipe, the first ingredient in a recipe you have to be a good coach.
Absolutely.
And all three guys exhibit that. So I'm proud of these guys and excited that they're getting their opportunity now.
Great. Well, I'm going to step out of y'all's way, but you did have a great group of seniors. Thankfully, we got to finish our season, like you said, made it to the Elite Eight. Just a super fun season. Again, a special season for you and those seniors. So I'm going to step out of the way. Y'all talk to them and tell us what they meant to y'all as individuals, to Banks County High School, and really what they meant to this community.
Hey, our first senior, we had 5 this year, and all were very important to our success. First guy I'd like to talk about is Gavin Brown. Gavin was our Energizer Bunny. There were several games that we don't come out with wins if it were not for his energy. His energy was contagious on the court. Gavin played with the right attitude. He got better and better and better and better. Gavin's one of those guys I wish had another year of high school basketball because I don't think he's reached his ceiling yet. He was a 1-year varsity player, but I tell you, he worked hard, and I'm really proud of Gavin and what he was able to contribute this year.
Yeah, I think like Coach said, his energy was unmatched. Every day, he would run around like crazy, really causing problems on defense and things like that, and come in and hit a shot when we needed it. But Gavin's one of those kids that it shows what hard work will do, because he come in and he worked hard for 3 years, and it finally paid off his senior year, and he got a big role in our program. So that's one of those things that hard work and dedication will pay off for you.
Yeah, definitely proud of Gavin. Next senior we had this year was Sawyer Pace. Sawyer had made the varsity team as a freshman and a sophomore, decided not to play his junior year, and then came back this year for his senior season, and we were very happy to have Sawyer back. Sawyer's a great athlete, has great instinct. I thought he really brought a lot to our team defensively and offensively too at times. Sawyer's a team player, whatever it takes to get the win. Thought Sawyer did a great job for us this year. He definitely made us a better team having him a part of us.
Yeah, first of all, Sawyer's he's a great kid. I really enjoyed coaching him when he was younger and all the way through this year. He's one of those kids that he did his job. You didn't ever have to worry about Sawyer being worried about points or anything like that. Sawyer did his job, and he did it well. And like Coach said, when the opportunity came that we needed a bucket from him, he provided that. But his main role was just fighting and rebounding and playing defense and making good decisions. And I think he did that. He did that well.
Next senior is Tyler Thomas. Tyler was bitten by the injury bug last season with some knee issues. Came back this year. He knew he wasn't going to be 100% with his knee, but boy, he worked hard every day. Tyler was great when he was called on, made some key shots, worked hard on the defensive end, and Tyler is one of those guys, and we have a lot of these, ultimate team player. Whatever it took for our team to be successful, Tyler was willing to do. I'm also happy to announce that Tyler is our scholar athlete this year. He gets it done in the classroom also, and that's one thing I can say about all of our seniors. These guys are not only good basketball players, but good guys and good students, and Tyler is a great example of that.
Yeah, like Coach said, our guys are top notch, and Tyler's no exception. It doesn't matter if it's outside the gym, inside the gym. He's always giving his best effort, in whatever he does, and I think that shows with the Scholar Athlete Award. Tyler's another kid. I coached him when he was a freshman all the way to his senior year, and he put time in, put work in, and I wish the injury bug hadn't got him, but a little bit, but it did, and that just goes to show you what kind of character he has, because there's a lot of kids that once that happened they'd gave up and give in, but he fought for it and came and worked hard every single day.
Next senior is Mason Marlowe, and Mason Marlowe might have been our glue guy this year. Always the right attitude, always team first, always a smile on his face. As a coach, I talk about a lot. What's going on behind me is just as important in the game as what's going on the floor. And he was that guy for us a lot of times. He kept our spirit right. He kept our fight right. He brought it every day in practice. He made people around him better, whether it was in games, whether it was in practice, whether it was on the sidelines. Mason Marlowe is a team player. And in today's world, that's hard to find somebody to fill that role. And he did a great job with that. we don't win 25 games this year without Mason Marlowe. Great guy, great to be around, great teammate.
Mason's one of those kids that, we miss all of our kids, but there'll be a time, every season you may have one of those practices where it's just, it's kind of no energy. And then you have that one kid that, can liven things up. And Marlo was definitely that kid. And, there's times on the bus rides or something like that you always love having Mason around because you knew anything you were going to do, it was going to be fun and it was going to be interesting. So the program, he meant a ton to the program, and we're definitely going to miss Marlo next year.
Last senior is Carl Cleveland. Me and Carl, it's been a great 4 years and it's been tough 4 years. It's hard coaching your own kids sometimes. And if I'm truthful with you, I was probably tougher than I should have been on him at times. And Coach would be the good guy in that a lot of times. But Carl's a kid that he works extremely hard. Puts a lot of time in outside of practice, year round. Coach can attest to that. Carl's never wanted just to be average. His goal was to be the best ever. And I think he's put himself in that, at least in that conversation at Banks County. We've had some really good players. And I think he's put himself in that conversation through hard work. Carl is not a great athlete. He's not going to outrun and outjump a lot of people. But, he's an example, just like a lot of our kids. If you put the time in, you can be a really, really, really good basketball player. And so proud of the time he's put in and looking forward to see what the next chapter of his career at Young Harris holds.
Carl was, he's a fantastic player, but, one story I like to tell about Carl is one year when I was doing some workouts with our guys, I sent out a schedule for them to sign up for 4-on-1s is our preseason stuff. And instead of signing up for a slot, Carl just sent me a message and said, I want to do all of them. So that's the kind of kid, that's the kind of work ethic he has. And he means a lot to this program because it's so important for our young kids to see what it takes to be a really, really good player. And Carl, the hours he spent in here with me, with Coach, it's unbelievable. It's the most commitment that I've ever coached so far. Carl set the bar really high for what's expected of you here and what it takes to be a good player. But more than that, I'm telling you, I enjoyed him and Coach during practice and things like that. That was a new experience for me too, and I'm telling you, I've got some good stories that we won't tell on camera. But it was a fun time. We're gonna miss Carl.
This senior class is a special group. This class won 92 games as a group over 4 years. They played for 4 region championships, won 3 of those region championships, made it to the state tournament all 4 years, 2 Sweet 16s, and an Elite 8. And in Banks County history, I think it'd be hard to top that from a men's basketball achievement list for one group of seniors. So this might be the most decorated senior class that we've ever had, and that's going to be hard to replace next year. These 5 all have given their all for Banks County, and I appreciate that from the guys. And again, just one more time, I'd like to say I appreciate this community and everything you've meant to me and to my family over the last 9 years. Thank you.